Building a safe haven. How to build a safe haven, specifically empowering children through the wonder of reading. So we had a great leader question to come in, and that was, how do I prepare a safe haven through reading for children? And I'm so glad that she asked this question because I love our babies at our church, and I love having an opportunity to speak life into them and to spend time pouring into them and cultivating a learning mentality. So there are a couple things that you can do. Number one is to provide opportunities for them in person, for them to spend time with you where you're reading literature to them that will help them learn major life lessons, but at a level that they can understand. And so there are so many great books out here. And secret confession, I love children's books. I do. I think they have such a great message. And I try to collect different ones so that I can be a blessing to different children along the way. But volunteer is another one. Volunteer at your local library or church. Okay, so let's stop for a minute. Type in the chat if you still carry a library card. I've got my hand raised over here. I have a library card right now in my purse. Yes, I do. If you have a library card, listen, type in the chat, I carry my library card. I'm going to give you the biggest high five in the chat because nobody goes to the library anymore, it seems, or you see very few people actually reading a physical book, like a physical book, right? We've always got our phones and we're scrolling and there's nothing wrong with technology. Technology is a huge blessing, but sometimes we got to get back to the old-fashioned way. A good old-fashioned book, a good library. That was one of my favorite places to hang out when I was in school. Oh my goodness. They had this place called the Scholarship, what was it called? The Scholarship Center, where my mama taught my sister and I, if we wanted higher education, we needed to be responsible for finding scholarships. We were not the kind of girls that were given a silver spoon in our mouths where our parents said, yeah, no problem, we'll pay for your college, sure, and anything you want. That wasn't us. Nope, we had to work. We had jobs. I had my first job at the age of 7 for neighbors in our community, and then different things as I was a teenager. But I'm so glad for that because it taught me exceptional work ethic. It taught me character, and it taught me the importance of lifelong learning, of applying for something. And then when you see the reward of that come a little bit later. In fact, I think my first 2 years of college were all paid for with scholarships. And so I'm grateful for that foundation. So parents, if you're watching this, build that kind of foundation in your children early. Have them start saving their money now, early and often. Teach your children how to save money. Teach them how to give money, and then teach them how to spend money. Teach them delayed gratification. OMG, right? We want things and we want them now. But if we can teach delayed gratification, right? The ability to save up your money, to pay cash for something instead of going into debt for it, and how much more you enjoy it as a result. So many things there. So be an example and let the kids lead. You'll be amazed at the wisdom that can come out of children if you simply ask them the kind of questions that allows them to lead. So nurture their creativity, their imagination, and their critical thinking. Most of all, instill a lifelong love of learning. Listen, if we are just meeting for the first time, welcome in. My name is Giovanna, Lady J. Ellison, and I'm committed to helping leaders just like you thrive in life and in business while keeping God first. And we are in a series right now where I'm answering leader questions from all spectrums, from all different levels. And so if you have a question, feel free to ask it. In fact, the best way for you to do that would be to get on our VIP email list. And the link is below where you can sign up. And when you do that, you're going to get inspiration throughout the week. And you also have the ability to ask some of those questions that can help you become the kind of leader that you truly want to be. Let me see. One last book reference, and that is a great book that I just finished reading by Pastor Craig Groeschel. This book is called Think Ahead. Think Ahead. 7 decisions you can make today for the God-honoring life you want tomorrow. This is amazing because we have to think ahead. We have to make intentional decisions, intentional choices so that, later on down the line, we can say, I am so glad I went to that training. I am so glad I subscribed to her channel. Make sure that you subscribe. I am so glad that I was a part of that because I learned something that I can help take forward for the rest of my life or that I can pour into someone else. So this is one that I really recommend for you as a leader yourself to pick up. Pastor Craig Groeschel also has an amazing podcast called The Leadership Podcast with Pastor Craig Groeschel. So I highly recommend you to pick that up as well. We'll link to it in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, where God guides, God provides. And where God directs, God protects. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.